Hi, Namaste. The subject is related to the political science, and it is a subject which is this some of the above questions are most important for the second PUC students. So the first one unit is related with the origin and growth of Indian political system. One marks objective questions are given, and it is a handwritten notes, and it is useful for all the second PUC political science students. Let me discuss one by one questions. When did India become independent? August 15th, 1947. When did the Constitution of India come into force? January 26, 1950. When was the Indian National Congress formed? INC was formed in 1885. Which act transferred power from company to the crown? Sipahi Mutiny took place in 1857, which led to the transfer of power to the British Crown in 1858. Mention any one provision of Reforms of Government of Indian Act 1919. One provision of Reforms of Government of Indian Act 1919 was at provincial level unicameralism was adopted. The sixth question is mention any one provision of Morley Minto reforms. The provision of this act increased the strength of provisions legislative council and introduced the communal representation through separate electorate for Muslims. Seventh question is what is diarchy? Dual government was introduced in the British provinces. Dual government is also known as a diarchy. Eighth one, why was the statutory commission formed? The British government appointed the statutory commission in 1927 to inquiry into the report of 1919 Act. So ninth question is what did Simon Commission recommended? Simon Commission recommended that dominion status was the goal of Indian developments. When were the three round table conferences are held? So first round table conference held in 1930. Dr. Ambedkar led the second in 1931. Again Gandhi led the third in 1932. Mention any two important provisions of Government of Indian Act 1935. The Act provided for the establishment of federalism of India. 12th question is mention any one important provision of Indian Independence Act 1947. The Act of 1947 was the last legislation of the British Parliament with the intent of creating independent India. 13th one, who was the chairman of Boundary Commission? Boundary Commission was formed with Sir Cyril Ratcliffe as the chairman. When was the interim government formed? The interim government of India was formed on 2nd September 1947. From which body was interim government drawn? It was drawn from the newly elected Constituent Assembly of India. Till when did it remain in office? It remained until 15th August 1947. Who was the Vice President of Viceroy's Executive Council? Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru.